ASMR video, and I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for this one. Rather than going on and questing like I have been, I'm going to do a mount showcase, I guess you would call it, because I just figured I'd do something different. I don't know, I kind of wasn't feeling doing another just regular old Let's Play of my leveling. I wanted to spice it up a little bit. Every now and then I want to throw in something different, like eventually I want to do my battle pets, but as you can see I have quite a bit, so that's going to take some time for a long video. But for now, we'll go over the mounts. So I have 59 of them. I'm not like some crazy mount collector, these are the ones that I have acquired. So the first one is the armored brown bear, which you can see here where I got it from, just a vendor in the Crystal Forest. Crystal Long. Doesn't do anything too crazy, just kind of growls. Then we have the Azura water strider. Now this was from Nat Bagel. You need to be exalted with the Anglers Guild. And I like his little animation he does where he kind of jumps up. Having these abilities here kind of get in the way, but oh well, you can still see him. Not sure if being at night really helps either. Then we have a bunch of the riding goats. I have two favored here. We have the black riding goat, which is, I thought was for a particular event, but I can't quite think now. It says you need to be exalted with the tillers in order to get it. It's a pretty cool sound. And then we have the brown riding goat, same exact thing. A little bit cheaper though, actually a lot cheaper. Then we have the Dark Moon Dancing Bear. Now this one you get from the Dark Moon Fair, and it costs 180 tickets, so there's a couple of mounts that you can get there. I'm actually saving up for the rocket, which I think is like 1,000, but that's his animation. He dances, which is why he's called the Dark Moon Dancing Bear. Then we have the Golden King, which you get from Stormwind in the like guild shop area. He just cost 1,500 gold. I don't think you need any like special requirement, I don't believe, but I could be wrong. Then we have the green Primal Raptor. This one you get from a cracked Primal egg, which is, I think, I forget the zone, but there's some place, I want to say in Pandaria maybe, where you have to basically farm for these eggs, and they hatch after a couple days, and you can get some mounts, and this happened to be one of them. Next up we have the Swift Forest Strider, which again is a Dark Moon Fair mount. Also 180 tickets. I like this one as well. I like all the Dark Moon Fair stuff. I even just like the Dark Moon Fair, so you can see a lot better here in the light what it looks like. This will just be for movement, really. Then we have the Swift Green Mechano Strider. Mechano Strider. I don't know. It costs only 10 gold. You get from Amelia Feather Whistle in Dunmerle. There's a bunch of different colors for these ones, so we have the Swift White one as well. They all kind of make the same sound, same motion, everything, but I think I like the all white a little better than the Swift Yellow. These all cost 10 gold, so I'm a gnome for my main, so that's a big reason why I got them. Next up we have the Garrison mounts for the stables. First up we have the Trained Ice Hoof. This one's big. This one's gonna need to be zoomed out. This one and all of these mounts you basically get from the stables in your garrison, and you have to just do a bunch of daily quests, and after a certain time period, you get the mount. I have the trained Meadow Stomper, again, from the Garrison Stables. They're all pretty cool. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. Actually, I think I do. I think it's the next one. But, yeah, the trained River Wallow. I just like the little canopy backing that comes with it. And it's got a really cool animation, too. Looks really cool in that lighting, with good lighting, too. Then we have the trained Rock Dusk, which is just essentially a giant boar with spikes on it, which is a pretty cool mount as well, though. And then two more. We have the trained Silver Belt, which is this giant silver belt. I don't know what animal this would be inspired by, if any. The way he moves is actually really cool too. I think this has been an underappreciated one for me. This guy's actually pretty cool, and I never really cared too much. And then the trained Snarly. This is probably my least favorite of these. I don't know why. He's just kind of plain. Looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but so that is it for the Garrison mounts. I'm gonna go through these. We have the White Riding Go. It's the same thing as the other ones, except this one cost 3,250, so a lot more expensive. Then we have all of these Griffins that you can get. This one is the Armored Snowy Griffin, which 2,000 gold. This one, we're obviously getting into flying mounts now, which apparently I cannot fly in this zone, so I couldn't do that anyway. Then we have the Black Drake. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that maybe being able to fly would be a good thing to show off the mounts. So maybe I'm gonna return to a place that I can and really show what they look like. Actually, I just realized I can't fly. That's the reason I am out too low of a level, so we won't worry about that. So, of course, we have all of the Griffins. The armored snowy ones. Some of them are plain, some of them are not. I always like the look of them. I think Griffins are just a really cool animal, or mythical animal, whatever. Then we have the Black Drake. Now, this is from a raid, I believe. I forget exactly which one. And then we have the Blue Drake too. I can't think of its proper name right now. Really cool looking though. These are some of the classic ones that I believe. I'm not some WoW historian, so but I think these have been around for a long time. Then we just have the Black Stallion. Nothing too fancy with it. Or we have a lot of the stallions actually. Then we have the blue variant of these. I'm not going to go through all of them since they're just pretty much duplicates. Now these ones, sadly, I can't mount right now. I guess I should have done this video at the dungeon, but it would probably be hard. I don't even know if I could get there right now. These are specifically inside of the Temple of Kiraj. I totally butchered that name, but it is a raid, I believe, and basically they drop in this raid and they can only be used in this raid. So there's a bunch of different colors. I think I have them all. I have the blue one, and then we'll see the other ones down here. Of course, the brown horse, which is pretty much just a variant of the Black Stallion, as well as the Chestnut Mare. The Dark Phoenix, this is actually one of my favorite ones. It's a flying mount that you get from the guild vendor, and I'm not sure what level your guild has to be or what the requirement is, but it just looks really awesome, I think. It's not too big to where it gets in the way, and you can kind of just get around easily with it. I don't know. Sometimes the larger mounts get kind of annoying, especially the flying ones. So, this is cool. Then we have the Dark Water Skate, which I actually need water to show off. I should have thought this video through a little bit more, but you've seen this in my videos if you've been watching these anyway. This you get from the Dark Moon Island as well. You need, I forget how many Dark Moon Dagger Moss in order to purchase it, but it basically lets you swim in water easier. We have another one of these that I won't be able to show. Actually, I will, because it can walk on land too, but we have more variants of the Griffin with the Ebon Griffin now. Then the Golden Griffin, which is more of a traditional colored Griffin. The green variant of that, a Mechano Strider. I know I'm not saying that right. Then we have the green battle tank that I was talking about, the different color variants. I think the yellow one might be my favorite, but I don't know. The Pinto, or Pinto. Again, guys, I'm sorry with the names here. Another horse variant. This one's actually really cool with the patterns. Another color variant of this. And another color variant. Actually, the red one is really, really cool too. The sea turtle. This is the other water mount that I could actually get on land though, because it's pretty slow on land, but it's fast in water. And it's got a really cool animation. So, you get this from the fishing profession. I think you need to fish it up, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I believe that's the case. The Snowy Griffin, which I think might be my favorite. I just like that all white or all black look. I think it's really just clean. Then the Swift variants with the Swift blue and green. These are my least favorite because they're just the normal Griffin with armor on it. The purple is actually pretty cool looking though. If I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be this one, or I think there's a Swift white one that we did. Or I guess the armored snowy one is what it'd be called, yeah. So, we have the red variant as well, and then the Twilight Drake. This is the other Drake that I was talking about. It's the same drop. I think one of them we have to do on like 10-man raid. Or heroic for one, or something like that. Again, I completely forget, but this is probably my other go-to flying mount, along with the Dark Phoenix. Then we have the unpainted variant of this, which is just plain gray. It's actually kind of cool, even though there's really not much to it. Then the Wandering Ancient. Actually, we'll do that for last. We have the yellow battle tank, which I think this one in the red might be my favorites, but I'm not quite sure. And then finally the Wandering Ancient, which is, I think everyone who has Shadowlands gets this mount, or Battle for Azeroth, or I think it's Shadowlands. I'm like positive it's Shadowlands. But yeah, it's a giant mount. It looks really, really cool, but it is kind of frustrating because it's so damn big and you can't get into a lot of places with it. But I mean, he looks awesome. It's got a pretty cool animation too. So yeah, that is all 59 of my mounts, guys. Sorry that I should have really did this in like 2 parts. Part of it in the raid where I could show these off, and then maybe go to a place with water to show off. But you've seen the skate in all of my videos. Well, you've probably seen a lot of these mounts too, but whatever. Or honestly, I could have even gone to my main character so I can actually show off some of these in their flying forms. But maybe when I collect more mounts, I can do a second video and get it right. So that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it and want to see more of these videos, or are just a fan of gaming and or ASMR, be sure to drop a like and hit subscribe for more videos like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for the support.